What's up, YouTube? Breeder Mac here, bringing you guys another Pokemon ORAS Wi-Fi battle. Before we get into today's battle, if you guys can Mac attack the hell out of the like button, that'd be greatly appreciated. And also, don't forget that anything you see me using, apart from legendaries, are completely breedable by me. So if you like what you see, you want to get your hands on it, then you can either hit me up on Twitter or on the Pokemon community. Links will be in the description. Today we have a battle against a subscriber of mine. Pretty sure he is a subscriber. I think this is the battle he was talking about. Looking at his team, I know the Bisharp is probably I think it's probably the Choice Band, Iron Head, Sucker Punch, Knockoff, blah blah blah. Probably the Mega Sceptile, because that's pretty much it's the only potential Mega on his team, and I think that's probably about the only reason why I had to run it anymore, because of the Mega. The Jellicent is a wall, Fortress is a wall, Smeargle is basically there for setup, and the Nidoking, I'm not sure if it was Scarfed or if it's Scarfed, Life Orb, Specs. That's usually pretty standard. Pretty standard is the Life Orb Sheer Force, but not entirely sure about it. My team, it's a couple guys I wanted to be running. I wanted to try out the Sleeveon, so I just sort of slapped this team together. I don't have a Mega on this team, but I run the OU support Tyranitar, Choice Scarfed, Garchomp. That's the OU Prankster, Thunderous, OU Defog, Scissor, Choice Band Azumarill, and the OU Cleric, Sleeveon. So yeah, here we go. Basically, I'm always going to be leading off when I run this team with my Tyranitar. So that's pretty much my lead. It's almost because I hit the Stealth Rock, so I'm always going to lead to set up the Stealth Rocks. And actually, I figured his Smeargle would be the obvious choice for him. I do have the Unnerve, because I don't want passive damage from Sandstream. But Smeargle, you never know what these things run, but usually pretty standard is Sticky Webs, which he has, the Stealth Rock, Spore. Usually pretty standard. The fourth move, not sure what he had, but this thing came in, did what it did the Sticky Webs, spored me because he realized he had outsped me. So he's able to put me to sleep, and now he's able to set up his Stealth Rocks. I stay in because I was trying to hit him with I think I was going for Crunch here, just to bring him down to his Sash, because I know he's Focus Sashed. But he's going to switch out because he realizes that I'm asleep, so it gives him a free switch to his Fortress, which will allow him to set up some sort of spikes. But I actually get the Wake Up here, and I Crunch, because I didn't think he'd switch out. I thought he'd go for something else. I'm not sure what he's running, but on his Fortress, he's running the Rocky Helmet, so I'm okay with that. I go for the Fire Blast here, and I missed because I knew it Oko. Well, it wouldn't Oko, but it'd finish him off. And he's just gonna Spikes because he doesn't see me switching out at this point. So I figure I might as well go for the Fire Blast, because I figured he was going for Spikes, and I think that's all he was really doing at this point, unless he was going to go for the Rapid Spin there to try to get away his rocks. But I do land the Fire Blast, so I'm pretty happy about that. So that's one of his walls, Rapid Spinners, Entry Hazards guy, and he's going to go into his Jellicent now. I've never really fought with these things, I've never really played against these things, so I'm not sure what it's going to do, but he Willows. My Tyranitar is actually mixed, so it sucks because Crunch is my only stab move that I run on him. So, and it's the only thing that'll hit him for super effective damage, so, it sucks that he's burned, but it's not entirely horrible for me. But I figure I have to remove all these entry hazards. So I go into my Scissor, my Rock Paper Scissor, and I'm gonna get the webs, the rocks, and the spikes damage, and that's okay because I run the Roost, and he also runs Leftovers, and So I'm okay with that. I can get back all that health, and he scalds because you knew if I switched out, he'd have 30% chance to burn whatever came in, and it was also going to hit my Tyranitar for super effective damage. So it's pretty standard, I think. The burn, Willow, Scald. I think these things learn Recover. So I'm pretty sure that's what he's going to be doing at this point. So I defog because I need to get all these hazards off the side of my field, so I can actually, so I don't have to fear about switching and getting my speed stat lowered. So I'm okay with him burning me because he's not really there to inflict a lot of damage. He's in there to basically to tank a few hits, defog when need be, and that's basically all he's meant for. So he's just gonna Scald because he's got really no other reason not to. So I U-turn out, and this is basically gonna do nothing to this thing. So that's fine. He gets the Scald off, and I'm already burned, so I knew it wasn't gonna do much anyways. But I go in my Sleeveon here. I do run the Heal Bell because that's one of the suggested moves for him. So it's actually going to work out in my favor at this point. But he's going to Scald because I think Scald's pretty much spammable. So he's actually going to get the crit burn, which, it's unfortunate. But I went for the Heal Bell here, so the burn's gone on my Sleeveon, my Scissor, and my Tyranitar at this point. So all my burn Pokemon are healed, so I'm pretty happy with that. I don't have to worry about it. And at this point, we're sort of, I think he's sort of more in the advantage at this point because his Jellicent, I don't really think my best option is my Thunders to deal with it, but he's got the Nidoking switch, so I figure he's gonna burn because he's just trying to whittle down my Sleeveon, and burning's probably about one of the better ways to do it because these things it's the Wish, Protect, Hyper Voice, Pixelate with Heal Bell, so these things can pretty much stay alive forever if you want them to. So this fourth move he reveals now is Hex, and it's actually, I didn't think he'd run it, but it does an okay amount. So I'm just spamming Hyper Voice at this point, try to take him down to a point where I can finally finish this thing off. So I think he's just spamming Scald because he's just trying to figure out what I'm trying to do, and I'm trying to figure out what he's gonna do. But I have to make a play at some point, so I figure my best chance is to switch here, and I actually switch into my Thunders. Well, he goes for I think he recovers. Yeah, he goes for the cover here. So I think I calced it, and if his Jellicent is specially defensive, which I don't know if it was, he had a chance to live this Thunderbolt, but he actually switches out. I went for the Thunderbolt just on the case that he stayed in, because I was pretty sure he was going to switch, but I decided I'd make the safe play and go for the Thunderbolt in case he didn't. So I have to switch at this point because I don't think HP Ice will do much to a Nidoking. So I go into my Sleeveon because it's especially defensive, and I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do about this Nidoking and his whole team. So I go for the Protect on this turn because I'm trying to scout what item he has as well as what his plans are, and obviously he's not choiced or life orbed, so I'm not entirely sure what this Nidoking the item that it's running. And I figure with 5 HP, I have no other reason. I have no issue with sacking him off because he's pretty much going to die to a burn anyways. So I figured I think I went for damage at that point, but I switched in my Garchomp because I know I can EQ, and I think that would OHKO, and it's Scarfed, so it's going to pretty much outspeed everything. So I EQ, and this is going to do enough damage where I know it's going to be a 2-hit KO from that range. So he stays in. I think he just wants to sack this off because I don't think he had anything that had Levitate or was Flying type, so he didn't want anything to take 2, because I'd basically be able to get a free 2 Earthquakes on anything, which would basically finish off anything he had. And so he's going to go now into his Smeargle, and I think this is probably where I screwed up in the battle. I should have switched here, knowing he'd spore, but I stay in and go for the earthquake, and it obviously brings him down to a sash, and he spores. So I could have stayed in, I guess, and hoped for the wake up, but I guess I didn't. I wasn't really sure what I was going to do, but I knew I had to take this thing out. So I go for the only thing. I go for my priority move here. I guess I could have gone into my my scissor. Was probably another option where I could have bullet punched, defogged or defog bullet punch, something like that. Take him out. But I'm locked into Aqua Jet, which is not going to do much to the Mega Sceptile. So I switch in my Garchomp. And I completely forgot that the sticky webs were up, I guess. I thought I'd still outspeed, but as you see, he's actually going to go for the, I think he's running Giga Drain on this thing, and it's going to do over half. It's going to do right about half. So, it's my Garchomp gone. He's going to get a crit. I don't know if that crit mattered or not. I don't think it did. But it is what it is. This is probably another really stupid play. I completely forgot that Sceptile's new ability is Lightning Rod. So now his special attack +1, I think. And at this point, he basically can absolutely sweep because he outspeeds everything because of the sticky webs. So that's another reason why I go into my scissor. But I knew I wasn't going to be able to live anything at this point. He's also running the HP Fire. I think standard sets HP Fire. It's either, I think, Giga or Leaf Storm, Dragon Pulse. I think they also say Focus Blast. I think it's the other one. And so I'm not sure what his fourth move is, but really I honestly have, at this point in the match, I knew it was pretty much over once my Garchomp was gone. Because there's nothing on my team to be able to handle this thing at all. Except for maybe my Thunders if I could get off an HP Ice. But I do run the Ice Beam, so I think he does run the Focus Blast here, which he goes for and he misses. Long term, it sucks that he missed it. It probably would have OHKO'd me, but short term, I've been able to take this thing out. So that's I still know the match is over because I'm pretty sure the Nidoking can pretty much one-shot me. If not, I think it's almost a 2-hit KO. And then I completely forgot he had this Bisharp. He's going to Iron Head. It's Stab, super effective. Fire Blast here. If I would have got the burn, who knows? I would have maybe been able to get into his Nidoking. We could have seen what went from there. But, there's not much I could do. I made a couple stupid plays here. I don't think my team was built very well. But as you see, he's actually going to get the crit. But I don't think it did not matter at all. I think I was going to lose anyways once his Nidoking came out. So that's GG to Buck. I hope you guys liked the battle and the video, and I hope you guys like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. That'd be great. Thanks, guys.